Sometimes it may happen to you, you are a good person, you are a man of parts, you are a knowledgeable and experienced person, you are a staunch lover of education, but people don't like you. People don't love you. Is it possible? I think you will say it's not possible. It's never possible, but sometimes it's also possible. God creates story. God creates evidence. God creates examples for future use. Today I'm gonna give you one of the most perfect example to justify my point. Today I'm going to talk a few words about one of the most crucial story in the life of Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. You know, Vidyasagar was a great lover of education. He was a great person, great man, experienced person. He wrote so many books. He dedicated his life for the well-being of our country. But once Vidyasagar was bound to leave his native land, his native village, Vitsingo, and went to Karmata to stand by the poor, have not downtrodden people. He was a homeopathy doctor. He used to take care of poor patients over there. He used to supply with foods, dresses, medicines, shelter to those poor have not downtrodden people. But he didn't come back to his native land, his native village again. What was the reason? The reason was so terrible. People at that time didn't understand Vidyasagar's mentality, his tendency. Vidyasagar was so updated, ultra modern person. He didn't tolerate the so called backdated customs of the then society. You know, at that time, the Brahmins were all in all. Vidyasagar didn't listen to their words. Vidyasagar didn't tolerate the customs of the then society. You know, at that time, widows had no right to remarry. Widows had to tolerate lots of complications, lots of problems in their lives. Vidyasagar didn't tolerate this. Vidyasagar's heart was broken. So Vidyasagar wanted to do something positive for them, for those widows. He wanted to change the so-called backdated customs of the then society. That's why he wanted to enact the Widow Remarriage Act with the help of Britishers, basically Lord Dalhousie and Lord Canning. But people, his neighbors, his relatives, his near and dear ones, the Brahmins, the rich persons at the time, nobody stand by him. Nobody stood by him. Nobody helped him in fulfilling his goal. He had to tolerate a lot. He had to tolerate lots of oppositions from all around. But finally, he won over his dream. He succeeded in his attempt. The law of Widow Remarriage Act was enacted on 26th July 1856 by Lord Canning. So Vidyasagar actually wanted to get his son married to a widow, and his son was bound to get married to a widow. Finally, he got married. The name of his son was Narayan Chandra. Narayan Chandra got married to a widow, but it was all against his relatives, basically his wife, his father. Nobody agreed to this decision. Nobody agreed with Vidyasagar's intention. Everybody opposed him for such drastic decision. So he realized that I can't live here. I can't live with these backdated people who are so fond of backdated customs, who are so scared of the then Brahmins, who never try to get out of these bad customs. So Vidyasagar had to tolerate lots of oppositions, and sometimes life-threatening situation was there. He had to be get scared of his life. Uh, so there was a great fear of uh, losing his life. So his father warned him several times to be careful of that. In spite of all these negativities, Vidyasagar went ahead, never receded. And when his wife and his father opposed him to remarry a widow with his son, he was shocked at their intention, at their decision. Even if the neighbors didn't allow him to do so, but he fulfilled his dream. He succeeded in his attempt, and finally he went to Karmatar. He was then the professor of Hindu college of the Sanskrit department. So he went to Karmatar to serve the poor, have not downtrodden people. From Kolkata to Karmatar, it was his route. So sometimes a good person may appear bad or negative in the eyes of society. It may happen. It may happen. So it's not a matter of great concern. If it happens to you, please don't get disheartened. Sometimes God takes lots of ordeals to create evidence for future use. So if you are a good person, if you are a knowledgeable person, if you are a lover of education, if you are a great instructor, if you want to radiate your positivity, your knowledge and experience, don't bother about all these. If you are prevented from fulfilling your dreams, don't bother about all these. Don't get scared of those people who always dishearten you, who always discourage you. They can't tolerate you. What is the reason? The reason is like that, like Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. The people of Birsingo once neglected Vidyasagar due to his intention to go against the bad customs of the then society. People didn't understand Vidyasagar's mentality. So sometimes it may also happen to you. Sometimes people may not understand you. You are a just and appropriate and ethical person. So nowadays, to be an ethical person is a matter of great concern. People don't like ethical person. People don't like who talk the truth, who tell the truth in front of everybody. This type of people are not allowed to live in our society. So if you can't identify yourself with those people who always tell lies, who always go for the wrong path, who never take care of God, who never worship God, who never believe in spirituality, it's not a matter of great concern. It's not a matter of great discouragement. Try to be encouraged from within. Try to be inspired from within. You have to rectify your society. You have to rectify the mentality, the poor mentality of the bad people, roguish people. You have to change them. But sometimes you can't change their mentality. So what will you do then? You need to leave that particular place. You should leave that particular place. Otherwise, they will hamper your peace of mind. They will hamper your progress. They will prevent you from fulfilling your dreams. So please stay away from them. Please go another place and stay there and try to live there peacefully. That's all, friend. Such type of incidents may occur to you, so I'm giving you one perfect example. It happened to Pandit Ishwarchandra Vidyasagar's life, so it may also happen to you. We live in a very, very ultra-modern era. Here our mentality should be fit and fine, should be sound, but if you live in a village, lots of villagers are poor, have not downtrodden and illiterate. So it's very difficult to make them understand because it's all due to their lack of the light of education. So sometimes to make them understand, you may get into trouble. So you shouldn't get into trouble. Try to come out of that particular zone. Try to stay away from those particular zone. Try to stay another place. Try to leave that place and try to go to a secure place to do something positive and new in your life. Thank you very much. Once and again, see you in my next videos and stay tuned with my channel and please give me like and share. You know I am so greedy of your like and share, and if you can, please subscribe my channel to get my videos. Okay, thank you very much.